The one to watch out for? Well, let's take a look how the first gold medal decision was made. And we missed part of the vault due to a commercial break, so it's a good opportunity to inspect Lavinia Milicevic, the Olympic champion's first vault, to claim that gold.
And it was long and high, a very well executed vault in terms of the dynamics. Just the jump forward which prevented her from going up into the really enormous scores. Talking about a 9-9 or in excess of a 9-9 as an enormous score. And that was the Yurchenko entry, and the exit from the apparatus was the half twist followed by the straight front. There the flick-flack on, half twist and straight salto off. This type of vault, first produced by an ex-Soviet gymnast, Natalia Yurchenko, and we first witnessed it in Budapest in the 1983 World Championships.
Well, 9.850. If you've just joined us live here on Eurosport, we're taking a look back at the first of the 4 gold medals to be awarded in the individual apparatus finals, and the first has gone to Lavinia Milicevic. This is her second vault, the Olympic champion, adding European gold to her collection.
Nine 8.5 under her belt for the first vault. 2 vaults from different groups. There are handspring, Sukahara and round-off groups in gymnastics on vault, and they have to choose a vault from different groups, and then the scores are averaged. This second vault from the handspring group, a Cuervo, that's the handspring half twist from the top of the apparatus into the back somersault piked, and the slow motion just betraying the degree to which the vault was under-rotated. But to produce 2 vaults, one of a 10 tariff and one of a 9-9 tariff, just shows the excellent versatility of this gymnast. Good angle as she came into the floor, hips just a little bit out of line, but 2 excellent scores, making her 9-8 the medal winner.
And certainly making amends for her performance in the World Championships in Brisbane, where she only claimed the bronze and was so annoyed with her performance there. Well, the competition moves on to the second piece of apparatus, the asymmetric bars. Again, each and every one of the finalists are given a period of time to warm up, familiarize themselves with the bar and the atmosphere in this Globe Arena in Stockholm. Just around about 5 minutes drive out of the center of the Swedish capital. Gina Gosian and Milicevic, the 2 Romanian girls, and there are the 2 Russian girls there in those familiar black leotards. And a Puiskin there. There's the starting list. So let's take a look. Puiskin, who's just claimed a silver medal, she'll be bubbling and very confident. The all-around winner yesterday, Gina Gosian. Lavinia Milicevic, well, she was disappointing in the all-around comp, but we've just seen her claim the first of the 4 gold medals up for grabs. Pacheco Mercedes, Pacheco of Spain, 15-year-old from Madrid, coached by Jesus Carvalho. She should not be written off. A very sprightly, bubbly and very personable young performer. Kaprichinova of Russia, Podkopoeva Tarasevich from Belarus in her only final qualification. And then the big favourite, the one to watch out for by my textbook or form book, is Svetlana Korkina, last of the 8 finalists. The 16-year-old from Bobrusk, Belarus, coached by Viktor Kolodunsky, Yelena Puiskin. Apparatus final number 2. Yelena Puiskin, silver medal in the vault finale, performing for gold in the A bars.
Full twisting giant, into Delchev, into undershoot to handstand. 3 very high-ranking skills which give her bonus. There, the hop full twisting giant into another full twisting giant. Double giant, straight back layaway. Didn't accumulate bonus points on her dismount because she would have needed turns on the long axis before the dismount. But enough points in the middle to give her a 10 tariff routine. The squat over the bar and the extension start. Now just take a look at the next few skills. The giant circle with the full twist, into the Delchev, that's a half turn, then a Jaeger somersault. And then this is where she accumulates her bonus points. Hop full twisting giant, full twisting pirouette, double giant and double layout. Must have at least a D element dismount in this competition 3. There, that's the hop where she totally leaves go of the bar whilst rotating around it.
9.8, Yelena's score in the all-around competition, and that was good enough to have given her a bronze medal if that were an individual event. So if she can score anything like that, she will be in line and on target for her 2nd medal of the day. She's qualified for all 4 of the apparatus finals, and as we said earlier, has already claimed silver in the vault final. Not easy having to go first of the 8 finalists. Give everybody a target to aim for, but this has been the apparatus that has given most of the world's top performers many a problem or two, including Podkopayeva and Lavinia Milicevic. 9.750, not quite as good as she scored in the all-around competition, but we'll wait and see, because there'll be a few butterflies out there, to say the least, with the next 7 performers.
But of course, Nick, in the competition 3, the demands from the gymnast are greater. So the scoring can drop by 0.5 or by even a 10th, depending on what the gymnast may lack in the routine. This, the controversial young lady on the asymmetric bars, all-around European champion of 1994, Zhina Gozhian. Kachev. And that was the debatable point where it appeared that she did an extra swing. A very empty area, full twisting giant, Kachev, upstart. Two giants into the double whip dismount, but again, there must be better to come, because the first 2 gymnasts, neither of them had the bonus points to spare on the dismount. They could have had higher ranking dismounts. And there, Zhina doing a giant circle with a full pirouette, then into the Kachev. That's the second of the 2 Kachevs. Bent arms on the top of the bar, and that liable to a penalty. And then the double whip, a little bit of knee bend and landing very close to the apparatus. Don't rate that as good as Piskun's routine. But the judges have got a very difficult decision now, because yesterday they gave her 9.837, and they know they really are being criticised by the rest of the world today, so they have to think very carefully. Anka Grigoris, the head judge, has got to get her panel together.
9.675, and rightly pointed out by our resident expert here in the commentary box, not good enough to dislodge Pizquin, who leads for Belarusia. Dozhian in second position.
And that really... And that really does put a question of credibility on yesterday's judging, because the routine was no different to the one that Dozhian did in the championship yesterday and scored 9.837. And I think that there must be a meeting of the judges after this event, because situations like this should not arise. It's a new rule book and it is difficult to interpret the rules, but there is a panel of 6 judges and somewhere they went wrong. Lavinia Milicevic.
1 gold already. Looking for a second, the competition thrown wide open. But of course, if you were with us yesterday, this is the apparatus that brought disaster for Milicevic.
But so far, startling gymnastics. Very, very good. Lovely beginning to the exercise. Positive tension. Full twisting giant into Kachev. And she really isn't running out of steam at all. Much better than yesterday's routine. Come on! That's what she should have done yesterday. Excellent routine. And totally in a different class to her teammate, Gina Grosjean. That really an excellent exercise. And I think she could be on target for a second gold. Just remains to be seen what's to follow. Little bit of arm bend there, coming in on the Ginger somersault, and being hypercritical, the undershoot could have gone to handstand on the bottom bar. Just a little arm bend, but beautiful lines, sturdy, never losing her rhythm all the way through the exercise. Yesterday, that's where she began to lose it. Her Kachev was too close to the bar, and she was struggling when she worked out into the giant. This is the blind change, half a turn on the top of the bar, and she made sure of that today.
Well, the mark of a world-class gymnast there to come back after such a disappointing performance yesterday, and that could be a second gold medal for Lavinia Milicevic. Of course, she was the world champion in this apparatus in Paris in the individual worlds there of 1992. There, Octavian Ballou. Well, Monica, it was hard to say who looked the most nervous, Ballou or Lavinia. He was obviously quite concerned that this apparatus was not going to turn into a little bit of a psychological nightmare for Lavinia. A little step forward on the landing there, but nowhere near as bad. But 9.725. Well.